our esteemed guests, distinguished faculties and participants in the ceremony. So I am Dr. Anupama Singh, and it's my deep honor and privilege to welcome you all to the second day of Winter LBD. On the topic Women Rights and Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita at Gita Ratan International Business School, affiliated with Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. On behalf of the institution, I extend a warm welcome to our guest, Dr. Alok Sharma, Ma'am, Professor, Central Law of Delhi, and that is Delhi University. Before we begin into today's program, I'd like to introduce you to the Gita Ratan International Business School. We are committed to nurturing talent and fostering an environment of excellence in education. Our mission is to equip you with the knowledge and skill that will not only prepare you for a successful career in law, but also empower you to make a meaningful impact in the world. GIPS is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi, and approved by the All India Council for Technical Education for technical courses and the Bar Council of India for law courses. The institute runs the courses like MBA, BBA, MBA Integrated, BBA Journal, BBA LLB Integrated, BA LLB Integrated, and LLB. GIPS has been graded A by the NAAC in its third cycle. As one of the capital's leading business school, GIPS brings together people, culture and ideas from around the corner to change lives and to transform organizations. Moving ahead, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed guest, Dr. Alok Sharma, a distinguished academician and a legal scholar. Ma'am serves as a professor at Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. With her vast experience in teaching, Ma'am has mentored countless students in critical areas of law, including jurisprudence, criminal law, contemporary criminal procedure, evidence and rehabilitative and correctional training techniques. Her research contributions are equally remarkable. Her work on women empowerment, child rights and access to justice have been widely published, and she has actively participated and presented research papers at various conferences and workshops across the country. In addition to her academic achievement, she has been a life member of All India Law Teacher Congress and in the Indian Society of Criminology, where she contributes to advancing legal education and research. We are truly privileged to have you, ma'am, an accomplished and inspiring personality. Please join us in extending a warm welcome to our guest, that is Dr. Alok Sharma. Dr. Neelam for the green welcome. Now it's time to hear from the guest. So today's topic is women rights and Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So I just want to call Ma'am. Now stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. थोड़ा सा cold है तो voice will be, I think. So yeah, so I have sent a PPT if you want to play. I hope yesterday's session was very nice. Professor Vani came, and we all the time we call him as a speaker in our faculty. Long association with him. So I just saw the name and I said, okay, you have found ultimately a good speaker. So I cannot, don't compare me because he is at this level, I am at this level. Okay, very senior to me. So, okay, so our topic is women's rights and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So as such, you see that the rights are towards safer space. Okay. So basically, when we talk about the criminal laws, why we have the criminal laws? So the first thing came to our mind that to provide security, safety to all of us. protection, right? And you see, our parliament is also in a habit of, enacting laws. They always talk about protection. You see, name of the laws you see, they want to have, every time they want to have the protection, like protection of women from domestic violence. So state always try to show that we are a big brother, we are your parents, and we are going to protect you. So again we say, okay, let's see what they have done. Again a brief 2-3 slides regarding the introduction. Now everyone knows about these 3 laws, because we are very much are discussing, and in this thing 3 laws are there, new laws, and they are the respective repealments of the laws. So now we have a substantive new criminal law, we have a new procedure law, and we have new adjective law of the evidence. However, generally I say that they are the old wine in a new bottle. So that you have to understand, and good for us, good for the teachers. So we need not, learn so much if they have changed each and everything. So we have to work like the students. Still, you see, we have to work less. So good for us. So this is the quotation given by the Home Minister Amit Shah when he was about to introduce the law bill in the parliament, and he wanted to say that we have to remove the colonial kind of impression, and we want to have our own Indian culture, and we have to see that the constitution protects the people of the country, and here we are not going to provide the punishment, we are going to talk about the nyaya, that is justice. Because we all know that in the court of law, even today I cannot say that we aspire for the justice. We do not know whether we will get justice or not. The courts also, they try to give judgments. However, they always want to do that, okay, we want to have justice, we want to give justice in our decisions. But for one party it may be justice, for the other it may be injustice. And the court has to decide as per the evidence. So these are the laws, these are the chronology of the laws which talk about that which date the bills were passed in the parliament, and when the president 25 December last year she gave assent to this, and on the same day official gazette it was published. As you know, the procedure for making a law is that after passing by the both houses of the parliament, then president will sign it, and then it has to be published in the official gazette. And now you know that we have 2 type of gazettes. We have electronic gazette and we have the hard copy wala. Both are existing together, and it can be notified in any of the gazettes. So maybe not simultaneously. Maybe sometimes you publish in the office, the hard one wala, and maybe you publish in the e-gazette. So the prior wala will take the time. So it was published on the same day, and as we all know that this year from July 1st it came into existence, all the 3 laws. Now what are the changes? Again we say that we have to streamline because the law was old. However, I always appreciate Macaulay and his team's drafting, beautifully drafted sections, hardly any issues, very well, you see, giving punishment. But of course it was 1860 and not 1860, it was implemented in 1861, drafted in 1830s itself. By 1838, Macaulay and his team, drafted the whole thing. And if you remember, maybe last time I mentioned that India was our first country, almost very beginning country where we had the codified laws. Because in England you see, because we were under the Britishers, and in England you see the constitution is also unwritten. So they did not, they wanted to follow the common law which goes by the precedents, by the judges. So Jeremy Bentham, one of the extraordinary jurist, he wanted to give the theory that we must have the codification of law. But in England they did not want to try this because जैसे हमारा वही एक जो ऐड आता आजकल पुराना वाला ही करना था, very good, पुराना वाला ही लगाना था, तो वो पुराने वाला ही चलना था. So when they got the opportunity to rule us, they say okay, at least we experiment हमारा कहीं जाकर हम कर लेते हैं. So they took India as that area where they can experiment. So with Bentham's theory, they experimented the codification, and I must say it was highly successful. Still today, you see, in our country, we have democracy, we have everything because because we have the constitution. Every law has to be tested on the ground of the constitution. So you know, it's a great privilege for us. So that was the, but at that time it was framed like in 1830s and for the 19th century. Now many problems are there because at that time new things were not there. For example, digital things were not there. Electronic documents were not there. Forensic and you see these kind of sciences were not that developed. Now so it was the requirement of the law to be changed, and it is very helpful for decisions. So long lasting inefficiencies and inadequacies were there, and technology is required because now you see if you have a mobile, so you see record everything by the mobile. So you see it's a advancement because otherwise if you record things it has more evidentiary values. Now why this shift we say? Because the conviction rate was very less. That is the catch. When you see Merrimack Committee, why Merrimack Committee was introduced? Because of this problem, we talk about the punishment, deterrent impact. We have the theory of deterrence. Primarily we have the deterrence. Of course we have the rehabilitation. Of course we have the reformation. Now we are talking also about restorative justice. We have everything, but still the emphasis is on deterrence. And no deterrence when people do not convict. So everyone is having okay अगर 10 बार चोरी कर ली, एक बार पकड़ भी गए तो क्या हो गया? बाकी का 9 बार का जो कमाया है वो सही. So when this is the prevalent situation, and you see because of our faulty investigation and lack of the proof, court, even if the court is aware that this person has committed the offence, court cannot convict that person. So in order to have that, Merrimack Committee was introduced, and Merrimack Committee, they wanted to have adversarial system is not working because it results in the acquittal only. So we have to go for the inquisitorial system. But of course at that time Vajpayee government did not came back. In 2005 Shining India fails, so that report also fails. But now you see again when they took power in 2014, so they wanted to change the law. Okay. So changes are क्या है? Reforms have always been culpable, attempting to address the long-standing prevalent issues of safety, empowerment, equality, justice for vulnerable group and social status. Women we always consider howsoever we are educated, howso we are earning, but women as a class has been clubbed under the vulnerable section. Interestingly, if you see Legal Services Act 1987, have you seen that? Who can get the free legal aid? Have you checked that? Section 12, subclause C says women. Women as a class are entitled, and I have seen during my research many rich women who are earning 2 lakh, 3 lakh as salary. When they go to the advocate, they talk about the legal aid, free legal aid. So women as a class, they have treated like a vulnerable group, and the protection is required. So basically that is the purpose of reforms which we say, and also the other disadvantaged groups. We all know that in our society we have certain. The new laws focus on the comprehensive legal mechanism from crime prevention, victim protection and prosecution of perpetrators. So first of all, any good system, any good society having a good law always wants to prevent the crime. Because if after commission of the crime you are awakening and you try to change the guidelines or you want to do something, that is of no use. So good administrators, they apprehend initially that yes, something is going to happen, and then they start the prevention. So there are many provisions which talk about the prevention. Victim protection. You see, before these kind of amendments, and not in this, of course, after 2013, Nirbhaya case, Nirbhaya gang rape was a landmark change, right? And when I go to that thing, I will try to speak something about the development of the rape laws. But after Nirbhaya, you see many changes we have seen, and victim has got some kind of place. In Merrimack Committee report, if you see the report, the primary emphasis of Merrimack Committee was on the rights of the victim. Because they are of the opinion in adversarial system, what we say? Adversarial system, we talk about the rights of the accused all the time. But what is the apprehension? On one side, mighty state is there. Mighty state with all its powers, monopoly of using stand on the equal footing. That is why additional, all presumption, burden, every concept of evidence and the procedure is established in that way, so that accused can stand on a equal footing by with the state, right? So that was the point. So victim was somewhere negligent, it was left out in all our laws. So after Malimat, they wanted to give, and the Malimat committee, they wanted to recommended rather a separate legislation about the victims, where victims' rights, victim compensation, their restitution, and witness protection. There is so many things they suggested that we have to have a separate law on the victim. Of course, Malimat committee recommendation was not accepted by that time, but now we have at least some kind of provisions. And prosecution of perpetrators, which is the main purpose of any criminal law, that if somebody deviates from the standard behavior, that person has to face the consequences. Now, the changes in the law, because before we go to the BNS, we have to see the overall thing, because BNS is only substantive law. Substantive law, it only defines the offense and prescribes the punishment. But how we can say the safety is provided, how we can say change is there, so we have to see the procedural laws as well. I did not go in procedural laws in detail, but one, 2 points I wanted to highlight. Gender neutral terminology. So earlier also in Law Commission report, they recommended even before Nirbhaya, the Law Commission in 177 report recommended that for definition of rape we should have gender neutral. Gender neutral उन्होंने recommend किया था. However, इसमें भी they did not go by that, because they say India is at not that level, at least as far as rape is concerned, that we have to make it gender neutral. But many provisions you see in BNS when they define in BNS also, you see we'll discuss that gender neutral terminology has been used, right? And second thing is child. Now because child is below 18, so first time the definition of the child is also set. Now it's very easy for us. Now earlier you remember your classes when we used to discuss kidnapping, जब हम पढ़ते थे, जब हम बच्चे होते थे, कितना difficult होता था. For male below 16, for female below 18, and many other sections. You see, we have to have a different age of the male and female. Now flat 18 child. Now male female words have been deleted. In many sections, if you see the offences against, so boy, earlier only female, the law wanted to emphasize on the kids, girl kids. But now when they use the term child, it means they also want to protect male child, and that is a good initiative. Now certain provisions, you see procedural provisions. A few provisions they have also, we have earlier, but some kind of provisions they have given in order to give better implementation of the laws. So liberalize in favor of women. Definition of victim. Now definition of victim is given in BNSS. So earlier you see definition was section 2, subsection 1, WA, right? Now definition clause and section Y, 1Y talks about the victim. Now victim means a person who has suffered any loss or injury caused by reason of the act or omission of the accused person and includes the guardian or legal heir of the victim. पहले क्या था वर्ड्स को लिख रहे थे, for which the accused has been charged. तो पहले इसको ऐसा था definition, victim means a person who has suffered any loss or injury caused by the reason of act or omission of the accused person for which the accused person has been charged. So earlier what was the point? If you see section 357 of the CRPC also, compensation. So that is applicable only where person is convicted. और convicted में भी क्या है, बिल्कुल वो तो मतलब बेइज्जती करने वाला तो compensation है, और वो भी कब जाके मिलता है, when all his rights to appeal will be stopped. तो मतलब बद से बदतर है वो तो ना हो तो ठीक है, हम सब आदमी शांति से बैठ जाए कि भी कुछ मिलना नहीं है. So that was the, now what they have said, even if, because you see after Nirbhaya, when the amendments were there, the witness victim scheme compensation was introduced, and section 357A was introduced. There they say that in some cases, even if the accused is not identified or known by the victim, still the compensation is to be given. तो 357A जो हमारा था, वो जो नया चेंज था उसमें ये था, बट जैसे एसिड अटैक है, लिमिटेड केसेस में है। अब उन्होंने पूरे के लिए ही विक्टिम का डेफिनेशन चेंज कर दिया। तो हर विक्टिम के लिए ये बेनिफिट है कि चार्ज है नहीं है, वो आइडेंटिफाई है या नहीं है, उससे फर्क नहीं है। वहां पर विक्टिम को जो फैसिलिटीज है एज पर लॉ दैट विल बी गिवन। ठीक है, तो पहला तो चेंज ये हुआ है विमेन सेंट्रिक चेंज इन भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता। इसके अलावा क्या क्या चेंजेस हम देख रहे हैं जो बीएनएसएस ने प्रोसीजरल एस्पेक्ट में चेंज किया है। सेक्शन 176 वन सेकंड प्रोवाइडर, पूरे सेक्शन में नहीं लिखी क्योंकि जो हमें एनालिसिस करना था वही में लिखा है। सेक्शन 176 वन सेकंड प्रोवाइडर है provided further that in relation to an offence of rape, the recording of statement of the victim shall be conducted at the residence of the victim or in place of her choice and as far as practicable by a woman police officer in the presence of her parents or guardian or near relatives or social worker of the locality, and such statement may also be recorded through audio-visual electronic means including mobile phone. Now earlier the problem was victim has to go, the rape victim has to go to the police station, register, and it is very difficult for her to tell, you know, because in FIR the details are also there. So Supreme Court in Gurmeet Singh, it has started with Justice A.S. Anand judgment. Gurmeet Singh is a landmark case. Everybody should read that. So there was the first case where the Supreme Court, you know, discussed about this, and Supreme Court gave number of guidelines. Where Supreme Court wanted to have that the trial should be by the lady judges, police, Mahila police officers will be there, and at her place it can be recorded, family members can be there. So now that was the only guidelines. Many cases Supreme Court has given these kind of guidelines, but now they have incorporated in the provision. Now it is statutory provision binding, because sometimes the police officers, they may or may not follow the instructions of the Supreme Court. Of course, their kind of, you know, proceedings can be initiated against them if they don't follow. But generally, people are also unaware. So now the statement of the victim of rape will be recorded at her place. और वो अगर आना चाहे पुलिस स्टेशन तो उसकी मर्जी है, लेकिन कंपल्शन नहीं है। और ऑडियो विजुअल से भी, क्योंकि अब हमारे यहाँ एविडेंस में वी हैव जो हमारा नया भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एविडेंस इज एडमिसिबल। तो अब वो नहीं है कि भाई वो तो फौरन चला के अपनी गवाही देने कब आएगा, अब वो नहीं है भाई वहां से गवाही दो आप, ठीक है। सो वो सारा कुछ अब हमारा वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग पर। अब व्हाई दिस हैज हैपेंड? टू अवॉइड डिलेस, क्योंकि डिले अवॉइड होगा तब तो स्पीडी ट्रायल होगा, स्पीडी ट्रायल होगा तब तो डेटरेंस होगी ना समाज के अंदर। क्योंकि अगर किसी को पता है 20 साल केस चल रहा है, 20 साल में तो वही मर जाएगा। जैसे वो एक हुआ था, मर्सी पिटीशन थी जब प्रतिभा पाटिल ने लोगों को रिलीज किया, तो 4 लोग उसमें से मरे हुए थे ऑलरेडी। सरकार को ये नहीं पता कि भाई 4 लोग ऑलरेडी मर चुके हैं, उनको आप उनके रेमेड करा रहे हो आप मर्सी पिटीशन। सालों तक सो रहे हैं आप, 20-20 साल तक पिटीशन पर, 4 आदमी मर भी गए। तो वो चीज नहीं होना चाहिए ना, फिर इसका इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ता है। रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कन्फेशन एंड स्टेटमेंट, जनरली आप देखते होंगे जब रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कन्फेशन का हमारा सेक्शन 164 था, देयर वर 2 प्रोविजंस। वन वाज दैट कन्फेशन बाय द एक्यूज्ड हैज टू बी रजिस्टर्ड बाय द मजिस्ट्रेट, और सेकंड में था स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द विटनेसेस, बट इट वाज नॉट अ नॉर्मल प्रोसेस। जैसे स्वाति मालीवाल का केस है, अभी आपने रिसेंट देखा होगा, तो स्वाति मालीवाल के केस में पुलिस हैज रजिस्टर्ड द एफआईआर and also police took her to the magistrate and she gave her statement in 164, जुलाई से पहले का केस है, तो 164 में उसने स्टेटमेंट मैजिस्ट्रेट ने रिकॉर्ड किया है, बट दैट इज नॉट टू बी यूज्ड स्पेरिंगली इन एवरी केस, क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैजिस्ट्रेट, इफ मैजिस्ट्रेट रिकॉर्ड्स अ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द विटनेस, उसका वेट हो जाता है, पुलिस को दी हुई स्टेटमेंट का कोई वेट नहीं होता, तो बेसिकली डेट्रीमेंटल है टू द एक्यूज्ड पर्सन, और समटाइम्स सम कैन यूज इन फेवर ऑफ द एक्यूज्ड। जैसे मनु शर्मा वाले केस हुए, जैसिका लाल को किसने मारा, या BMW केसेस हैं, उन केसेस में तो विटनेस आएंगी, दे गो टू द मैजिस्ट्रेट, रिकॉर्ड कराया, बरी है आदमी। तो दैट इज व्हाई 164 का जो सेकंड एस्पेक्ट था, इट वाज यूज्ड फॉर लेसर काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन. नॉर्मल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द विटनेस में वाज नॉट रिकॉर्डेड. अब इन्होंने ये क्या बना दिया इन्होंने, सबसेक्शन 1 सेक्शन 183 सबसेक्शन 6 क्लॉज A, इन केसेस पनिशेबल अंडर सेक्शन 64. ये सारे बेसिकली रेप सेक्शंस हैं, जितने भी हैं सारे सेक्शंस हैं. The magistrate shall record the statement of the person against whom such offence has been committed in the manner specified in subsection this. Means rape victim और जो भी assault की victim है इन provisions में, her statement will be recorded by the magistrate as well. So police will record the FIR, but magistrate will also record the statement इसकी veracity के लिए, so that what they want basically that it should go in the line of the conviction. अभी जो डिफेंस काउंसिल है, they are raising lot of objections because ultimately they face lot of problem in defending their accused person. ठीक है, तो ये चेंज आया है बड़ा, जहां पर कंपल्सरी बना दिया है इसको. फिर आगे है इसमें, provided that such a statement shall as far as practicable to be recorded by a women magistrate. जो डायरेक्शन सुप्रीम कोर्ट यूज्ड टू गिव इन एन नंबर ऑफ केसेस, नाउ दे वांट प्रेफरेबली, बिकॉज कंपल्सरी लिख नहीं सकते क्योंकि इतनी मजिस्ट्रेट है या नहीं है, तो वो एक थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है. लेकिन जहां पर भी है वुमेन मजिस्ट्रेट करेगी, एंड इन हर एब्सेंस बाय अ मेल मजिस्ट्रेट इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ अ वुमेन. सो वुमेन मस्ट बी देयर विद द विक्टिम. अगर महिला magistrate female है, so she can record and there is no need for other female, but if male is recording, a female has to be there. Provided further that in cases relating to offences punishable with imprisonment for 10 years or more, or imprisonment for life or with death, the magistrate shall record the statement of the witnesses brought before him by the police officer. Not only the victim, those offences where punishment for the offence for which the accused is booked 10 years or more, मतलब heinous offences, जहाँ heinous offences है, heinous offences में पुलिस तो अपनी जो रिकॉर्डिंग करेगी स्टेटमेंट जो वो करते हैं, but magistrate will also record the statement of the witnesses. पहले ये बहुत sparingly यूज होता था, बट अब यहाँ पर उन्होंने मैंडेटरी कर दिया है फॉर हीनियस ऑफेंसेस, बिकॉज इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोटेक्ट द विटनेसेस फ्रॉम एनी इन्फ्लुएंस, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली व्हाटएवर दे से टू द पुलिस, दे गो टू द कोर्ट एंड दे टर्न होस्टाइल. आपने मनुष्य नोबल किल जेसिका देखा है, हमने बीएमडब्ल्यू, ये सारे हाई प्रोफाइल केसेस हैं. आज भी वो जुवेनाइल वाला केस पुणे का था, आप देखिए पुणे वाला केस था, जुवेनाइल वो 17 और बिल्कुल ऑलमोस्ट मेजर होने वाला है बच्चा. जो रिच पीपल है, इसी हम बात जब करते हैं कि जो क्राइम है आईपीसी में वो सिर्फ गरीब लोग करते हैं, बट क्या ऐसा होता है? हम क्या कहते हैं, ट्रेडिशनल क्रिमिनलिटी, क्रिमिनल्स आर ओनली पुअर पीपल. व्हाई? इट डजंट मीन दैट रिच पीपल नेवर कमिट द क्राइम, इट मीन रिच पीपल मैनेज द क्राइम, मैनेज द क्राइम, है ना. सलमान खान का केस में कि जो ड्राइवर चला रहा था, जबरदस्त ड्राइवर में कहीं खाने बेचारा ड्राइवर चला रहा था. अभी ये रिसेंट केस में उसमें हम कितना देख पाते हैं, जो ये बर्फ वाला केस हुआ है, जो संभल का एमपी है, हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट दैट? और ही वाज ड्राइविंग अ कार, हिज सिस्टर वाज सिटिंग एंड ही क्रश्ड अ मेल, हिंदू यंग मेल, दैट पर्सन डाइड, और ये कार लेकर भाग गए. पूरी कार का वो है फोटो जो डिस्ट्रॉय हुई है, एक्सीडेंट देख किया, वो मारा एक बंदे को और चले. So these people, they have no fear because they say they know how to manage. So for these cases, this provision will be very effective. तो महिला को प्रताड़ित करता है, women safety से concern है, तो एक witnesses भी साथ में है उसकी, they also give the information to the magistrate. It will have more value when actual trial will be started. ठीक है ना? तो trial में वो करेगा इसको. Section 184 medical examination, we are talking about BNSS के बारे में we are talking, जो procedure से impact हो रहा है हमारे, जो हम अभी section पढ़ेंगे. Medical examination of victim of rape, subsection 6 है 184 का. The registered medical practitioner shall within a period of 7 days forward the report to the investigating officer, who shall forward it to magistrate referring to this section. Now earlier they used to take lot of time. When this report is very important because it is scientific proof. You see, The statement of a prosecutor can be challenged. There is a human agency, human beings are there. Maybe like in the recent case of that Bangalore boy, you see everybody is talking about. So these are all unfortunate situations which are happening in our society. So human beings, so anything can happen. So these are the documentary and scientific proofs. And also, if you remember, the change is also done that now any police officer can go. Earlier there was only the designation was mentioned. है ना, सब इंस्पेक्टर यूज टू टेक. अब है एनी कांस्टेबल भी महिला को, क्योंकि इंस्पेक्टर में ये डिले हो रहा है. सो नाउ एनी पुलिस ऑफिसर कैन टेक एंड 7 डेज के अंदर ये रिपोर्ट देना है. 0 FIR, EFIR के बारे में हम सभी जान रहे हैं. It's a very good change, and because sometimes there is a hesitation to go to the police station, right, to register the FIR. And not only this, whether police will register or not register, that is another catch. Third thing, the third benefit, that if the FIR is registered EFIR, then a person, the informant, can track the stages of the investigation. Earlier what was the position? पुलिस के पास FIR करोगे, जाओ बता देंगे तुम्हें जब खबर मिलेगी. कोई बंधन नहीं था. 0 FIR, another good important, because whenever offence is committed, wherever is, a person should not be, who knows that which is the jurisdiction of which police station? Common man does not know. And you see, you have seen many sections in the CRPC and even in the BNSS which talks about this jurisdiction, this officer will try, that officer will try. This is nothing doing. If you get the information of a cognizable offence, any person, any police officer who gets the information, he is duty bound to register the FIR. Later on, he will see which jurisdiction is there and he has to forward the report FIR to that police station. So both these provisions, section 173, are wonderful because timely things can happen and good for women and children. Okay. So that corruption, negligence, delay, all benefits are there because police के पास जाएंगे तो they want कि who will give more money, victim or the accused. So they frame the FIR accordingly. और ऐसा नहीं कि वो बिल्कुल बड़ी वो ऐसे लेक्चर बना देंगे कि 302 जो हमारा पहले होता था वो 304A में बन जाए या 304 पार्ट 2 में बन जाए, है ना. तो बिल्कुल एक साल की पनिशमेंट, 6 महीने की पनिशमेंट. So they do like this. तो वो when it is online registered, whatever complainant wants to write, complainant will write it. So good for the provision. Section 193, report of police officer on completion of investigation. अब देखो ये है within a period of 90 days inform. Now earlier there was no foundation of police to update the victim or the complainant or the informant about the progress of the case. Now they are duty bound under the law. They have to tell the victim what is the progress, how the investigation is going on, what we are doing. And the best thing is timelines have been mentioned at many places. Victim right and protection measures, for example, victim compensation. अब आप देखो स्मूथली एक मैंडेट है कि भाई स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स कैन हैव देयर विक्टिम कंपनसेशन स्कीम्स. ठीक है. अभी तो जो पुराना लॉ कमीशन ने बनाया है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक्सेप्ट किया 2018 का, सो दैट इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड एवरीवेयर. ठीक है. तो ये है बिल includes protect witnesses, anonymity. अब जैसे आप देखिएगा witness protection स्कीम की जब हम बात करते हैं तो वो पुराने हमारे लॉ में बना था, प्रोविजन नहीं था, बट सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑर्डर्ड इन वन ऑफ द केसेस व्हेन द लॉ कमीशन फ्रेम्ड द विटनेस प्रोटेक्शन स्कीम. तो विटनेस प्रोटेक्शन स्कीम 2018 की है और आप देखिए बिल्कुल अमेरिका की टक्कर की है. हम लोग गरीब देश बताते हैं हम लोगों को, but you see the kind of protection to witnesses in America. Basically what they do, they change the complete identity of the witness. तो फिर दूसरे कई स्टेट में भेज देते हैं, उसका पूरा बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट, लाइसेंस, जो भी उनके यहाँ सिस्टम जितने भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं सब पूरे चेंज होते हैं हमें फिर उनको ऑथेंटिसिटी सारा करके देते हैं. और हमारे यहाँ भी जो देखेंगे जो लॉ कमीशन ने रिपोर्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक्सेप्ट किया है सारी प्रोविजन, बट नॉट फॉर एवरी witness, it has to be decided with witnesses. अब जैसे बाहुबली जो मुख्तार अंसारी, आतिक अहमद, इस तरह के गैंगस्टर बड़े बड़े थे, उनके खिलाफ विटनेस 40 साल तक there was no single decision. The first decision came after 40 years. Because who will go and और जिसने विटनेस दिया था उसको मार दिया गया. So that was the situation. तो ऐसे केसेस में when the witnesses are at high risk, तो उनके लिए पूरा अब हमारा जो BNSS है, it talks about the witness protection scheme, it talks about the victim compensation scheme. अब हमारा आते हैं BNS पर, जिसपे आपको मैंने बुलाया है. तो ये अब कुछ प्रोविजंस हैं, ये जो है चैप्टर 5 ऑफेंसेस अगेंस्ट ह्यूमन एंड चाइल्ड. तो पहली चीज तो ये है कि भाई व्हाट द गवर्नमेंट वांटेड टू शो. पार्लियामेंट ने पास किया है, ठीक है, पर पार्लियामेंट वाले कहते हैं हम तो किया ही नहीं है, तो सरकार ने कर दिया. सो व्हाट थिंग बेसिकली द गवर्नमेंट वांटेड टू कन्वे, दे वांटेड टू कन्वे दैट women are and children are the utmost priority for the government. If you see the scheme of the IPC, now who drafted IPC? Macaulay. For whom he drafted? For his government. Now if you see the IPC, the scheme, this women children chapter 16. Chapter 16. What are the initial chapters? Some basic concepts and then offenses against states. जो स्टैम्प की बात करता है, जो कॉइन्स की बात कर रहा है, पैसे की बात कर रहा है, प्रॉपर्टी की बात कर रहा है. एंड दे आखिर में जाकर 716 में ह्यूमन बॉडी में ये सारे इंक्लूडेड थे, और उसके बाद प्रॉपर्टी जो आम आदमी की प्रॉपर्टी है उसके पीछे. सो दे हैव ड्राफ्टेड एज पर देयर ओन प्रेफरेंस व्हिच ऑफेंसेस वी हैव टू गिव मोर प्रेफरेंस, राइट. So that was one of the catch in that, which the government wanted to show that now the government is your own government. We are not taking money to some other state. We have to have everything here. And secondly, they want to show that yes, women and children are at the priority. So what they have done, you see BNS scheme, initial 4 chapters are the basic chapters. फर्स्ट तो प्रिंटरी होता ही है, उसके बाद डेफिनेशन क्लॉज है, एंड देन थर्ड चैप्टर में इनकोएड क्राइम्स. सो बिकॉज इनकोएड क्राइम्स में है कॉन्स्पिरेसी क्राइम या अबैटमेंट भी है बेशक, बट दैट इज द चैप्टर व्हिच इज एप्लीकेबल थ्रू आउट द आईपीसी. सो इनकोएड क्राइम्स में कहीं भी अबैटमेंट जब हम बात करेंगे, कोई रेप की हो सकती है, डेकॉइटी किसी की भी हो सकती है. सो चैप्टर 3 इज अबाउट द इनकोएड क्राइम्स वेयर वी टॉक अबाउट अबैटमेंट, conspiracy and attempt. Then chapter 4, that is the general exception. Again general exception is to be applied to the whole BNS. तो वो 4 चैप्टर जो दिए वो बेसिक है, लेकिन जो ऑफिशियली पहला हम ऑफेंस को देखें सब्सटेंटिव में, chapter 5 is the first chapter which is the substantive offenses and which is against the women. And they say they हम मान सम्मान कर रहे हैं, उन्हीं को प्रोटेक्शन को हम प्रायोरिटी दे रहे हैं. दिस इज स्टेटमेंट एज वेल, ठीक है. तो ऑल ऑफेंसेस यहाँ पे क्या किया है, अर्लियर व्हेन यू सी रीड द आईपीसी, तो हम कहीं पे 376 375 पढ़ रहे हैं, उससे पहले हम 354 ए पर जा रहे हैं, फिर हम कहीं पीछे जा रहे हैं 508 पर जा रहे हैं. स्कैटर्ड है ना. और हम जो मैरिज के ऑफेंसेस देखते हैं वो हमारे 496 97 98 पर जा रहे हैं, तो टुवर्ड्स एंड जा रहे हैं क्योंकि वो प्राइवेट नेचर के हैं, और मिसकैरेज वगैरह वाले वो मर्डर्स के बाद जा रहे हैं. सो स्कैटर्ड है, वी हैव टू, जैसे मैंने भी पढ़ा आपके लेक्चर के लिए आज, तो मुझे आईपीसी पूरा यहाँ से वहाँ पढ़ना पड़ा क्योंकि बीएनएस में तो कुछ खास पढ़ने के लिए है नहीं हमारे पास, आईपीसी से हम लोग काम चला रहे हैं अपना. तो यहाँ से वहाँ मुझे भी पेजेस बहुत आगे पीछे, तो मतलब मुझे लगा कि हाउ कन्वीनियंट इज दिस. You see, I personally feel, so if you want to check something about women, you have to see only chapter 5. So very convenient. So this is the convenience. So all things regarding the offenses against body and relating to marriage, these were in the separate chapters, 2 different chapters. So majority of the offenses were covered under offenses affecting human body, chapter 16 के ही है majority, लेकिन कुछ वो है relating to marriage वाले वो हमारे बाद के chapters के हैं. अब सारा इकट्ठा हो गया है. चैप्टर 5 को जब हम देखते हैं तो 63 से 99 सेक्शन हमारे जाते हैं. सो 63 से 99 है. of sexual offences है 63 से 73. So basically it is about the rape and gang rape and related provisions. First वाला. Second है of criminal force and assault against women 74 से 79, जिसमें कि हम criminal assault देखते हैं, stalking देखते हैं, बहुत सारे जो offences 354 से लेकर 354D तक थे, वो आपके 74 से 79 तक they have mentioned. Then offences relating to marriage 80 to 87, where dowry death, cruelty, 498A, that is kept here. Of causing miscarriage, etc. section 88 to 92, जो हमारे 312, 313, 314, 315 जो miscarriage वाले थे और जो बच्चे को मारने infanticide के provisions थे, तो ये दो वाली जो चीजें हैं. Then offences against child section 93 to 99, तो जो बच्चों के हैं preparing minor for prostitution या उनको बेचने के लिए, जो भी बच्चों के against offences हैं वो आपके 93 से 99 तक है. तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि हमें किस टॉपिक पे जाना है, तो यू कैन चेक द सेक्शंस. अब BNS के हमारे फीचर्स कैसे हैं? First of all, they want to give the strict penalties for crime against women. तो आपने major change देखा होगा, if you have gone through BNS से मैंने देखा, तो what is the major change? That first of all in the IPC, what was the pattern? Generally we have the maximum punishment is this. Majority provisions. Initially hardly any provision talking about minimum. बट ग्रेजुअली फिर डाउरी डेथ में आया, रेप में आया, कुछ में थोड़े बहुत प्रोविजन में यहाँ मिनिमम है. बट अगर आप BNS देखेंगे, नंबर इज इंक्रीज्ड अ लॉट, वेयर यहाँ तक कि उन्होंने क्रिमिनल मिसएप्रोप्रिएशन ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी पर भी मिनिमम 6 months की पनिशमेंट है, जिसको कि हम बड़ा ऐसा मानते हैं कि बिल्कुल ये क्या ही कोई ऑफेंस है. मिनिमम 6 months. So majority change when we see.
So sorry to disturb.
Yeah, please.
Slides are not changing this week.
Not changing.
It is going online now.
Printing आपके एविडेंस वाले टीचर बताएंगे आपको. भाई अब नए सेक्शन तो मुझे पता नहीं है. सेक्शन 21 से एडमिशन शुरू होता था और कन्फेशन आपका कहाँ से करते हैं? एडमिशन तो बहुत वाइडर है, कन्फेशन बहुत नैरो है. दैट इज फॉर द एक्यूज्ड ओनली, एक्यूज्ड ऑफ एनी क्राइम, एंड दैट टू व्हेन ही इज इन द कस्टडी ऑफ द पुलिस. उसके बाद वो उसको लेके जाते हैं, तो उसका पूरा प्रोसीजर अगर वो फॉलो नहीं होता, कन्फेशन इज नॉट एडमिसिबल. एडमिशन तो बहुत ब्रॉड है, उसमें कंडक्ट होता है, जितना मुझे याद है LLB का पढ़ाई याद आता है.
So in criminal admission is there, right?
Yeah. एविडेंस में तो एडमिशन है, क्यों नहीं है? ओके, सो अभी से चेंज हो जाएगा बच्चे?
Yes ma'am, it's working.
हाँ. अब क्वेश्चन बाद में पूछने हैं आपको? Yes मैम. है ना, क्वेश्चन बाद में पूछ लेते हैं. क्यों चेंज नहीं हो रहा? तो इससे होगा क्या? मे भी इससे होगा.
नहीं, इससे भी हो जाएगा.
इससे तो नहीं हुआ. अभी हम पीछे जाना चाह रहे हैं.
बस सर, कीबोर्ड थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट करो.
हेलो, नमस्कार. गुड मॉर्निंग. नहीं बच्चे, क्यों? ऑनलाइन क्या दिक्कत है? आज तो बाहर हूँ, आज तो किसी और को ले लीजिए तब तुम्हें लगेगा. आज तो हाँ, आज तो मैं प्रेजेंटिंग समवेयर. तो टाइम किसी और से क्लास लेते हैं, बता देना. तो पीछे चलिए. थैंक यू. पीछे बैठ जाएंगे, ऊपर. इससे ऊपर नहीं जा रहा है ना, इससे ऊपर. हाँ, बस यहाँ पर बस अब मैं. ठीक है, स्ट्रिक्ट पेनल्टीज है मेरा. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट फीचर हम देख रहे हैं कि व्हेन वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स सेफर स्पेस, और पनिशमेंट का बेसिकली बढ़ाने का पर्पस क्या होता है? टू क्रिएट अ फियरनेस इन द पीपल, राइट? फॉर विड्रॉल ऑफ एनी केस. अर्लियर यू रिमेंबर वी हैव अब्दुल करीम्स केस, दैट वो वीरप्पन वाला केस. अब्दुल करीम हमारे यहाँ कंपल्सरी पढ़ाते हैं. प्रोसिक्यूशन ऑफ द केस, विड्रॉल ऑफ द केस बाय द प्रोसिक्यूटर. सो एट दैट टाइम देयर वाज नो प्लेस फॉर विक्टिम टू से एनीथिंग. वो अलग बात है, उस केस में द विक्टिम्स डिजीज फादर रीच्ड टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड चैलेंज्ड द विड्रॉल ऑफ द prosecuted by the prosecutor. So now it is compulsory, victim has to be present at that time and victim can oppose withdrawal of the prosecution. So that is the point which is given, and so victim is recognized as a stakeholder in the crime. Now this is the first section of your BMS chapter 5. Now rape. Now before we go to this rape case, so everyone is aware about Tukaram versus State of Maharashtra, and you see the irony of the situation is that I am also talking about the rape case. So I never want but what to do, because at that time there was no bar on the using of the name of the prosecutress. So the name was popular, and you see in that case Supreme Court has pathetically decided the case. However, if you read the judgment of the Bombay High Court in the same case of Tukaram versus State of Maharashtra, Bombay High Court has always been, you see, a very good High Court in the country, great judgments from there. And the Bombay High Court in that case, at that time also, when it was an old lecture kind of law, they interpreted difference between consent and passive submission. And there's a prominent paragraph written by Bombay High Court. But when the case went to, because two police people, constable and Mr. Pai, were involved, they were accused. So when they reached the Supreme Court acquitted them by saying that there was consent on the part of the victim because she was a habitual person to these kind of activities, and it was a consent, not the submission. So that case was highly criticized by all the legal luminaries. Four my professors, they wrote the letter to this Chief Justice, open letter to the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, and where that letter is available in the SSC of 1979 के SSC में open letter भी published है, and हम तो prescribe करते हैं अपने course में. So they criticize the judgment on various. Professor Bakshi has written the letter, and on every aspect they criticize Supreme Court, and मतलब इतने बुरी तरह से कि कोई शर्म से डूब के मर जाए अगर कोई कहो. But you see, and they talk about the review of the case. But Supreme Court in their review also gave the same judgment. And after that, you see the kind of criticism, and women, you see, they started the movement against the government regarding the laws. And not only this, another simultaneous development in the society was this dowry things. Because Dowry Prohibition Act was of 1961. And you see, for 20 years, 20, no single case was registered under that law. Why? If society do not want to follow any law, they will not follow. And first thing, when we are happy in giving, we are happy in taking, who will go and file a case? 20 years. But what happened during this time of Mathura case, these cases were on rise, and not only dowry demand, dowry death. And in every home we used to hear, a new bride was cooking something burned by stove. सारी bride सबके घर में stove, सबके घर में, उससे पहले कभी आग नहीं लगी थी केरोसिन में, वो सबके घरों में जलने शुरू हो गए. So this was the movement led by females on road. जो हम देखते हैं आज कई बार हमें दिखते हैं रोड पर movement. आजकल तो आधे fraud भी हैं, आधी genuine है. उस टाइम पर वो genuine movement था. And they were after the life of the government, and government had to change the law. And in 1983 they came with the criminal law amendment bill. वहाँ पर उन्होंने फिर ये 498A include किया, cruelty उसमें define किया गया, and also changes in some of the rape laws. तो जब ये 498 में आएंगे कि उसको change हुआ, लेकिन rape laws में भी रहते हैं, तो change हुआ पर कुछ खास उसका फर्क उसमें उतना नहीं था. And what happened, even after changing, some changes have been done to rape laws, but there was a demand from the women, because what was at that time what was happening in society, more cases were coming of children having different kind of sexual assault. Not by because when we define rape, and in rape they say sexual intercourse means that it's a penile vaginal intercourse. That is the only thing which is covered. Now there were digital offences, there were other body parts, different kind of manipulation. So when कर देते हैं. And it's not a criminal assault, it is a grave offense rape. So there was again a demand by the women to change the definition of rape. First तो gender neutral के लिए भी था और दूसरा ये था कि include all kind of forms in the rape. And Supreme Court in Sakshi case, Sakshi was an organization approached Supreme Court, and in 2004 Supreme Court gave the decision. In Sakshi's case, Sakshi organization wanted that if the government is not changing the law, if the government is not including all kind of penetration, then Supreme Court should come and for the rescue of women, and Supreme Court should give. But Supreme Court says that it is easy for us to give that declaration in procedural law. कि भाई साक्षी ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बहुत सारे गाइडलाइंस दिए हाउ टू रिकॉर्ड द एविडेंस ऑफ अ चाइल्ड विक्टिम ऑफ सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट. Procedural is easy for us to give, but substantive law primarily is a domain of the government, parliament, and even if we change, the police people, they are 10th class people, hardly they have no senses, they only go by the what is written in IPC. So even if we broaden, it is not going, and it will be a chaotic situation. So Supreme Court refused. And the Law Commission report 177 was also there, where they included all kind of penetration in the definition of rape and made it gender neutral as well. But at that time it was not accepted, right? So when Nirnaya came, and then again Verma committee suggested all kind of things, and after 2013 amendment, the same definition is there. We have only one change in the present definition, only age of the wife is changed. So now this is the journey of the rape laws. Now we have that definition which is prevalent throughout the world, kind of very broad. So any of these four activities, again, but a man is there, so it's not gender neutral, because they say debate was going on, and Verma committee also refused to accept gender neutral. They say it has to be gender specific. So the parliament went by Verma committee. So these are four activities. So different kind of manipulations, any kind of activity can be covered, considered as sexual intercourse. Now under these 7 circumstances, now the activity has to be proved under any of the clauses. So it can be penile, vaginal, it can be oral, it can be object, digital, anything. Now these are the conditions. First condition, against her will. When we talk about against her will, it means when she is in her senses and she resists, right? Without her consent, she may not be in her senses. So against her will is covered under the without her consent, but not the vice versa. So without consent, maybe she is under any influence, she may not know the nature of the act, so anything can happen. Third is when she has some fear of death of herself or to someone else in whom she is interested. उसका भाई है, उसका पति है, उसका बच्चा है, किसी का है. उसके बाद a man knows that I am not her husband, right? And he pretends as if she believes that he is my husband. So again, it is this category of rape. Now we have different sections on this aspect as well. Now we have she is under influence of some alcohol, some drugs, some other kind of stupefying object, and she is not able to know the nature of the act with or without her consent. Now when she is 18 years. So earlier you see the age was 16, then it made 18, and then you see so now it is flat 18 because child, now we talk about 18. When she is unable to give her consent, that is the 7th category. So for 7th thing we have this. Now 7 under any of the situation, any of the activity can fall, and that will amount to rape. Now this is the definition, how broad they have given the definition of vagina. And second is important regarding the consent. So consent means an unequivocal voluntary agreement when the woman by words, gesture or any form of verbal or non-verbal communication communicates to participate in the act. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो मुंह से बोलकर ही अपना दे, उसका gesture है, उसकी consent है, that has to be inferred. अब ये है जो मथुरा वाले केस में उन्होंने कहा सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कि भी कंसेंट था, तो यहाँ प्रोवाइजो में वो लिखा है कि भाई provided that a woman who does not physically resist to the act of penetration shall not by reason only of that fact be regarded as consenting. So merely if a woman is not resisting, there is no mark of the resistance on her person or on the person of the accused person, declared it unconstitutional because they say age of consent you have given in clause 6 18 years and for wife it is 15 on what the parameters you are talking about. So they say it should be 18. So in the BNS they have done the right thing, 18 years is the thing. But again the feminist people they criticize that there is no concept of marital rape after 18. So what about that? They had the chance, Parliament had the chance to incorporate, but they did not provide. But the say the justifications and in Delhi High Court there was a case, one judges, one in favor, one in opposition. Now Supreme Court is hearing the case of marital rape. But the problem in these kind of cases will be, even if we include, like all the cases, difficult to prove. So in normal rape cases, it is difficult to prove what about the marital rape. So that is the, you see, practical problems will be there. So, okay. Yes. Now this is the punishment. Now punishment has two different aspects. Punishment one is the punishment for normal rape. Again it is extended. Minimum 10 years का है. Rape में पहले it was 7 year होता था. उसमें आपको ध्यान होगा जब आप पढ़ रहे होंगे शायद. उसमें तो था. If you have special and adequate reasons, lesser punishment can be given. और उसमें एक केस में 2 साल की punishment भी हुई थी. So that provision was very much criticized. Up there is no such provision. So minimum is there. So 10 minimum है ही. Then imprisonment for life means जो Supreme Court कहता है normal में minimum 14 होना चाहिए. It may be 20. Like this. तो वो है. Second में हमारी जो कैटेगरी है aggravated offences है, जहाँ पर पुलिस ऑफिसर है, पब्लिक सर्वेंट है, जो fiduciary capacities में है, महिला के साथ में. पुलिस या प्रोटेक्शन के लिए है, पर पब्लिक सर्वेंट है प्रोटेक्शन के लिए है. अगर हॉस्पिटल में मैनेजमेंट में है तो प्रोटेक्शन में है. किसी विमेन इंस्टीट्यूशन में है, चाइल्ड इंस्टीट्यूशन बच्चा है तो प्रोटेक्शन के लिए है. एंड इफ these people they commit the rape, ये पुलिस स्टेशन का है, चाहे प्रीमाइसेस में हो, उसके अंडर हो, उसके सबऑर्डिनेट के अंडर महिला हो, तब अगर रेप है, पब्लिक पर्सन एंड इमीडिएटली आफ्टर हस्बैंड केम एंड उसका जो शिप था वो कहीं पानी की जमाने में था, रानी वो कहीं और चला गया. It took 7.5 years to come. Now she was charged for bigamy. But in that case, even if because it is statutory offense, she has to go to the jail. But the court gave a liberal interpretation. They say no, she tried her best, and so in that case it was. So that is exception, but you have to prove that for 7 years there was no information about the whereabouts of that person. So otherwise तभी बच सकते हैं, वरना बच नहीं सकते. ठीक है? ये मैरिज सेरेमनी फ्रॉडुलेंटली सेरेमनी बना के कोई भी दूसरे रिलीजन के या दूसरे रिलीजन की सेरेमनी कर रही, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ क्या मानते हैं, मैरिज इज and the person of that religion, अगर वो दो लोग सेम रिलीजन में हैं, तो they have to follow the ceremonies of their own religion. If two different people of different religion, caste से कोई फर्क नहीं, caste तो हमारे यहाँ हिंदू में सेम ही जाएगा. But if religion are different, then they have to go for the special marriage act. लेकिन वो कहते हैं अगर एक मुस्लिम मेल ने शादी कर रखी है स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट में, he will go for bigamy. Yes, he will be because he will be governed with the special marriage. और हिंदूज में क्या है, अगर वाइफ हिंदू है, पहली वाइफ और हस्बैंड, जैसे हेमा मालिनी वाला केस है, हस्बैंड कन्वर्ट हो गया फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ द मैरिज, तो वो ही विल गो फॉर बिगैमी. वहाँ हमारे रिलीजन बदलने से हिंदूज में और रिलीजन में फर्क पड़ जाता है, बट हिंदूज में अगर हिंदू से तो भी बन गया, बिकॉज हिंदू में मैरिज ना सेक्रेट सेरेमनी, जन्म जन्म के संबंधों की बात करते हैं, है ना, तो वो डिसॉल्व नहीं होती है until and unless it is dissolved by the procedure by law court. तो यहाँ पर fraudulent ceremony है, तो इसके लिए है enticing और taking away. अब देखो यहाँ पर कोई feminist लोग इसी को फिर challenge करते हैं, adultery खत्म कर दिया आपने, adultery खत्म कर दिया कि भाई ठीक है, because adultery में क्या issue था, women cannot file a case. And what is the justification? कि भाई अब female can also be not accused ना, तो दोनों साइड से भाई क्यों नहीं आप accused भी बनाओ और आप किसी complainant भी बनाओ. वो सेक्शन सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अल्ट्रावाइज कर दिया, आप हटा दिया. लेकिन यहाँ पर क्या है, ये भी तो आप मैरिड वुमेन की बात कर रहे हो. इफ अ पर्सन टेक्स और एंटाइसेस अवे अ मैरिड वुमेन, किसी और की पत्नी को अपने साथ ले जा रहा है, तब यहाँ पर वो ऑफेंस है. तो जो फेमिनिस्ट है वो इन सारे जो है प्रोविजंस को चैलेंज करते हैं कि आपने स्टिल आप उसी पे जा रहे हो मेंटेलिटी पे. हियर बिकॉज यू आर saying that married women is a property of her husband, या हस्बैंड तो फाइल करेगा केस. So it's a similar kind of situation like the adultery. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर ये है हस्बैंड और रिलेटिव, ये सेक्शन 498A है और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि भैया आपने इसको ऐसे कर लिया. सुप्रीम कोर्ट क्रिटिसाइज keeping section 498A as it is in the law. सेक्शन 498A है ये, ठीक है. ये डेफिनेशन ऑफ क्रूअल्टी है जो 498A की पहले आपने देखा एक्सप्लेनेशन में होती थी. यहाँ इन्होंने सेपरेट सेक्शन बनाकर क्रूअल्टी डिफाइन, क्योंकि क्रूअल्टी डिफाइन का मतलब ये हो गया इट इज एप्लीकेबल एवरीवेयर, कहीं भी अगर लगेगी. पर हालांकि ये 85 के लिए कर रहे हैं और यही प्रॉब्लम आया बेसिकली 498A का जो गड़बड़ हुआ मामला. व्हाई वी हैड द डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस एक्ट, बिकॉज दे टुक दिस डेफिनेशन ऑफ क्रूअल्टी is specific to dowry only. This was a very you see कहाँ लिखा है यहाँ पर dowry second clause में है, but Supreme Court interpreted whole definition of cruelty only with reference to dowry, and it is injustice with the provision. क्योंकि जब हम बात करते हैं किसी महिला को थप्पड़ मारा गया, 2 दिन तक कंफाइन कर दिया, खाना नहीं दिया गया, वो क्रूअल्टी कहाँ जाएगी? बोले नहीं वो थोड़ी सुसाइड करने लायक है, दहेज मांगा था नहीं मांगा था वो नहीं आएगा. It is very, the definition was designed for all purposes, but Supreme Court frustrated the purpose of the definition. यहाँ देखो क्या लिखा है, देखो any willful conduct which is of such a nature as is likely to drive women to commit suicide or to cause grave injury or endanger life, limb, health, etc. to women or. सेकेंड क्लॉज तो और है ना, आपने इसको आपके क्लॉज को भी इंटरप्रेट ही नहीं किया. सारी क्रूअल्टी व्हिच आर फेस्ड बाय वुमेन दैट हैज बीन कवर्ड क्रिमिनली. डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस इज सिविल एक्ट, इट इज नॉट अ क्रिमिनल एंड इट कैन बी कवर्ड क्रिमिनली. ठीक है, अब आप देखिए ये वाला है हरासमेंट विद रेफरेंस टू द वैल्यूएबल सिक्योरिटी और डाउरी, क्लॉज बी. तो क्लॉज ए को आपने कहा किया, क्लॉज ए को सुप्रीम कोर्ट नेवर इंटरफेयर और कहते हैं सेक्शन को हटा दो. हटा दो का क्या है, मिसयूज कितना है. पीपल हु आर सफरिंग दे आर इवन नॉट अवेयर अबाउट द लॉस, नॉट ओनली अबाउट द वुमेन बट आल्सो एससी एसटी एट्रोसिटीज है, उनकी भी तो मिसयूज कर डेटा, उसको भी हटा दो. फिर लॉ को हटाओ ना. फिर इफ यू आर टॉकिंग इन द सेम लाइन सो दैट एक्ट आल्सो बी, बट पीपल हु आर अवेयर दे आर मिसयूजिंग, दोज हु आर फेसिंग एट्रोसिटीज एंड वायलेंस दे आर नॉट अवेयर. दैट इज द पॉइंट. अब ये है किडनैपिंग, अडॉप्टिंग और इंड्यूसिंग वुमेन टू कंपेल हर मैरिज. किसी को शादी करने के लिए उठा लिया, अडॉप्ट कर लिया. ठीक है, हमारा नहीं है क्योंकि इतना टाइम नहीं है, देखिए 12-20 है हमारा. तो वो जो मिसकैरेज वाला है वो सारा वही है, बच्चों का आप देख सकते हो और चाइल्ड का है. यहाँ पर हम यही कर सकते हैं कि भाई जो टाइमलाइन है, जो प्रोसीजर चेंजेस हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सब चीजें इंट्रोड्यूस की हैं, एनहेंस पनिशमेंट है, स्ट्रिक्ट पनिशमेंट्स हैं, टाइमलाइंस इंट्रोड्यूस की हैं. वी होप दैट इट विल प्रोवाइड अ बेटर सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी टू वुमेन. ठीक है, वेलकम चेंज तो है ही वुमेन एंड चिल्ड्रन के लिए और उम्मीद करते हैं कि हमारा जो लॉ है हम सबको सुरक्षा प्रदान करे, ना सिर्फ महिलाओं को, पुरुषों को. Thank you so much.
कभी बिहार में हुआ है, कभी
now you can ask any questions. Yes.
Ma'am, section which is covering the sexually colored remarks and words or acts done which are like kind of harming the modesty of a woman. So there was a recent news also that the new rap songs nowadays and most of the singers who are doing raps, they are trying to relate women with some of the objects or like using such kind of statements which is to popularize their song.
Yes.
So ma'am, what can be done in that regard?
देखिए जहाँ तक हम इसकी बात करते हैं, there has to be some identified victim. Normally हम बात करते हैं there should be a female or girl who is victimized. But definitely when the whole community is, at least we can try to file a case. Why not? The intention in these cases is not to target any specific particular women. But these kind of songs, there should be ban on these kind of all ads you see. Whatever ad we see in the TV or anywhere, it has nothing to do with females. Everybody there are females. Why? Commodification of the women, and we have a separate law as well, indecent representation of women. But At least we can file cases ये कुछ तो कम से कम हो, बिल्कुल that can be done. It's a generally as a women.
Yes. There is a YouTuber named as Arman Malik, you might have seen on the Big Boss episode. He has committed 2 marriages, one with the ceremonies and other in the court.
Yes.
So that won't be allowed or that?
Yeah. So the point is, what is a legal valid marriage? Because we say first valid marriage होना चाहिए. If the first marriage is not valid, suppose a kind of ceremonies which is not pertaining to their religion. अब जैसे पहले हमारे यहाँ Hindus we used to have the Gandharva, we used to have 8 types of marriages, 4 valid, 4 invalid. असुर वाली जो कि डैमेज करके जो अभी पढ़ाया आपको. So अगर वो but nowadays Gandharva marriage is not considered as a valid marriage in Hindus. We have to have the saptapadi. अब ये जयमाला जो हम डालते हैं अपने यहाँ शादी, that is not a marriage, वो तो मजे के लिए फंड है. That is not जयमाला के बाद अगर सब लोग विदा आचार्य नमस्ते चलते हैं, that is not a marriage. Until you have to have the saptapadi. So if the first marriage, the both belong to the same religion, suppose, and they follow the same rituals, it is a valid marriage. Then he cannot contact the second one. क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है कि पहली होकर दूसरी लॉ में कर ली. भाई लॉ में आपने कैसे कर लिया? आपकी पहली तो that is also law ना. अब हिंदूज हैं तो in Hindu Act में क्या है that you have to register your marriage. But how many Hindus go for register the marriage until unless we go to the foreign country? तभी तो कराना पड़ता है ना. पासपोर्ट में जब मजबूरी में जाते हैं क्योंकि आपको पासपोर्ट बनाना है तो आपको वीजा लगाना है तो आपको अपना वो शादी का फोटो और वो एफिडेविट देना पड़ता है. Otherwise who is going to register the marriage? That is a valid marriage. लेकिन अगर उसने दूसरी की है that he will go for the bigamy. तो उसमें वही है पहले what marriage लेनी चाहिए.
When question is that online marriage.
अब ऑनलाइन मैरिज सैंक्टिटी देखो क्या है. अब वो कौन से लॉ में करें? अगर ऐसा लॉ में प्रोविजन है, सपोज स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट में सपोज प्रोविजन है कि भाई आप यहाँ बैठे रजिस्ट्रार भी है साथ में और कर रहे हैं, अगर ऐसा प्रोविजन है तो आप देखिए ई मैरिज. अगर नहीं है तो नहीं है सैंक्टिटी. बट इट हैज टू बी बाय एनी लॉ. अब हिंदू है तो फेरा के बिना शादी कैसे करेगा? ऑनलाइन में फेरा ही नहीं होगा. अब आपने रजिस्टर कर लिया तभी फिजिकली यू हैव टू गो टू द रजिस्ट्रार्स ऑफिस. सो देखिए आपने कोई भी ध्यान रखिए जब हम बिगामी की बात करेंगे फर्स्ट मैरिज हैज टू बी अ वैलिड मैरिज. उसमें बड़ा सारा कैच ले जाता है कि कौन सा रिचुअल है. दो लोग अलग अलग रिलीजन के अगर हैं तो ओनली स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट, अदरवाइज कोई और नहीं. हाँ ये जो मुस्लिम्स में होता है ज्यादातर मुस्लिम हम देखते हैं ये जो लव जिहाद और सब पॉपुलरिटी चलती है, दे कन्वर्ट द गर्ल इनटू इस्लाम. पहले एकदम से उसकी शादी वहीं पे निकाह कर देते हैं. तो कन्वर्जन अगर है किसी का, भाई कन्वर्जन हम तो ये मान रहे हैं ना लीगली इट्स अ वॉलंटरी कन्वर्जन, दैट इज अलाउड, दैट इज अलाउड. तो अगर बोथ हैव converted into same religion तो उस religion का जो निकाह लग रहा है that can be valid. But the point is at the time of when they are entering into the marriage has to be valid. और हाँ second में एक ये catch है, second marriage का जो as an advocate हम suggest करते थे जब मैंने तो 2-3 साल practice किया था कि अगर second क्योंकि first marriage किसी की valid है, अब हिंदू ने कर रखी है गाँव में शादी किसी से valid है, यहाँ आकर वो ऐसा कर लेता है गंधर्व विवाह. Supreme Court says the prosecution has to prove valid second marriage. अब valid second marriage गंधर्व विवाह में कैसे हुई? वो ही नहीं. He will not be held liable. तो जो आपको यूट्यूब पे वाला केस है, अगर उसने ऐसी कोई गार्डलाइन चेंज करके या कोई और जो सेरेमनी which is not accepted as per law, अगर ऐसी शादी की है, he will not go for bigamy. क्योंकि देखो बहुत लोग क्या कहते हैं कि they are living साथ में लिविंग में रह रहे हैं and they are not married. दोनों के spouses हैं, you cannot file a case. आप दूसरे केस तो लगा सकते हो कोई और उन पर, लेकिन बिगामी का नहीं लगेगा. Because for bigamy, for second marriage also, it has to be proved it is a valid marriage.
That सप्तपदी was performed. अगर वो
नहीं जो भी रिलीजन आपका है, दूसरी मैरिज के लिए वही करना होगा. अगर हिंदू दो कर रहे हैं सपोज, दूसरे किसी हिंदू महिला से लगा है,
जो केस है वो दोनों पार्टीज में से कोई एक ही फाइल कर सकता है ना. He was already married and then he got married to me.
Yes.
कोई third person cannot.
नहीं it's a private
तो
case.
जैसे मैम ने जो बोला अरमान मलिक वाले केस में he is having 2 wives.
अच्छा.
बट उन दोनों में से तो कोई एक बाइगामी का चार्ज लगाएगा, कोई थर्ड पर्सन नहीं लगाएगा.
वही है ना इनमें प्राइवेट ऑफेंस है.
This is the catch in this bigamy provision.
उसके दोनों भी अगर
पहले चार्टे बोलेगा कि मतलब I am the second person, I am the second spouse.
Yes, nobody else can. It's a non-considerable offense, private kind of offense. Yes. This is another point. And first point is that both marriages has to be proved as per law.
Performed in both the marriages. You can charge for bigamy.
Yes.
अगर इसमें कोई लिया या रिंग्स एक्सचेंज कर लिया, that will not be considered as a valid one.
और जितने सारे ऑफेंसेस मैंने आपको कराए हैं जो मैरिज वाले हैं, ज्यादातर ये नॉन कॉग्निजेबल है. वाइफ और हस्बैंड कैन गो एंड फाइल द केस. स्टेट हैज नो रोल टू प्ले इन दिस. Yes, please.
Ma'am, since the definition of child is gender neutral now, that child is a child, then now the sexual abuse which is against the child of third gender or other gender, that will
Yes.
be also covered in this.
Yes, because the problem यही सबसे बड़ा problem यही आ रहा है, because the point is that they have given the definition of transgender is the definition of transgender is given, but nowhere is the provision they have used transgender. That is a big catch. So if you have not used the term, because they have not used as a child है. Transgender has been specifically specified as a third gender.
But that third gender child.
लेकिन आपने नहीं किसी ऑफेंस में आपने यूज तो नहीं कर रहे उसको.
बस सिर्फ डिफाइन कर दिया उसको.
आपने देखिए जब हम जैसे मुझसे आपने कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा कि मैम ये बताइए, तो मैं आई रीड प्रोविजन. कई बच्चे से मुझसे पूछते मैम ये उसमें क्या हुआ, उसमें आई रीड द प्रोविजन. अगर प्रोविजन में एक्सप्लेनेशन में इलस्ट्रेशन में वो चीज नहीं है तो मैं आपको फिर मैं मना करूंगी ना आपको. तो ट्रांसजेंडर आपने वहां यूज तो कर दिया, लेकिन आपने इतना दिमाग में लगाया कि जहां आप मेल या फीमेल यूज कर रहे हैं वहां स्लैश या ट्रांसजेंडर यूज करें. दैट हैज टू बी. नहीं अगर एक टेक्निक देखिए क्रिमिनल लॉ में एक चीज है, criminal law is literal interpretation. Whatever is written you have to interpret like
Child of
that. Maybe Supreme Court because ये बहुत बड़ा लेना है in some case, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो ट्रांसजेंडर के जो सेक्सुअल उनके खिलाफ जो असॉल्ट है कहीं भी एड्रेस नहीं हो रहा है.
To one and all present here, it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for today's session of Legal Development Program organized by Center for Legal Studies, Vidyaratan International Business School. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Professor Dr. Alok Sharma, ma'am, for gracing the occasion with her presence. Ma'am, your enlightening words and profound insights have added immense value to today's session. Your expertise and deep understanding of the topic have inspired us all and provided a very heated discussion at towards the end. It was very interesting to know, though it is not my forte, but yes, I could learn so much from you. Thank you for that. And I would also like to express my sincere thanks to our esteemed chairman, sir, Shri Anand Jindal, vice chairman, sir, Shri Anirudh Jindal, for their unwavering support and guidance. A special thanks to our director, sir, for being a constant source of motivation and for enabling the smooth execution of programs like these. Lastly, I extend my gratitude to the organizing team, all the faculty members, the participants online for the program, and your enthusiasm and dedication ensure that such events become memorable and milestones. Thank you once again. Thank you, ma'am, once again, and we would like to be associated with you for future events as well.
so much.
That is my. I would request the ma'am to present a memento to ma'am as a deep respect and gratitude towards our program.